City woman who got trapped in a sinkhole in her backyard. Fortunately, she had her cell phone with her and she was able to call her husband, who then called 911. Tonight, we're hearing those calls that ultimately led to her rescue. John Thomas is live in Plant City with more on that story. Good evening, John.
Yeah, good evening. This is a sinkhole right in front of me where Carla Chapman was in, and she was actually disappearing into it. When the officer got here, all he could see of her were her fingertips. One thing she did have with her, though, was her cell phone. When she was dialing the cell phone, though, since she was so far into the sinkhole, it kept cutting in and cutting out, so she wasn't even sure if she was getting through to anyone. So on this 911 call that you're about to hear, she called 911, hit send, and then threw the cell phone out of the sinkhole, hoping that someone would hear her.
Let us take you down, right into the sinkhole. This cavern, a broken frame of topsoil, sand, and clay that sat on top of limestone until that gave way and swallowed Carla Chapman.
911 emergency, do you please fire ambulance? You're in the ground?
That 911 call was one of several desperate calls Carla made as she sank deeper into the hole.
There's globs of sand, just this clay mixture that's falling down in different places, and it's just hitting you. And it just face it, doesn't matter. It has no respect for what part of the body it lands on.
It was the call to her husband, though, that may have made all the difference.
She was screaming help over and over again, and initially I didn't understand, and then the words came to me in the ground. And that's when I understood she was saying help. And then I heard the word sinking, and I immediately called 911. I have an emergency at my house. My wife fell in a sinkhole.
Her husband passed on their address, and Officer William Osmanski arrived on the scene.
All right, sweetheart. All right, I got you.
He took these two Marine hands and grasped my arms together, the wrist.
You give thanks that she's alive?
Absolutely. I know that the officer said a prayer while he was holding her in the hole. He told her that he wasn't going to let his angel go.
A day after, and you might think it may all seem surreal now. Not so much, as witnessed by Carla's mud-stained clothes sitting in the garage, and the fact that this is not the first time this has happened to Carla.
What are these cracks here?
Yes, these are cracks that formed in
Right here.
2009. And this caused us to file a sinkhole claim. A couple of months afterwards, she fell in the sinkhole and was in there for 2 hours on one side of the home.
That side of the house, right there, another sinkhole, trapped twice. Where do you even begin to say thank you?
But I'm alive. Damn right, we're thankful.
You know, sinkhole on one side of the house, you have that sinkhole here. You take a look at the wall here and follow this. It's cracking. It's actually splitting apart where the cinder blocks are. And, you know, Keith and Carla, they've been dealing with this for years, and they say any time they hear a noise now, they have to go check it out because of things like this. And it's one of those situations where they're just scared to live here. Reporting live in Plant City, John Thomas, ABC Action News.
Здесь вообще не было, вот кроме село Отрошка называлось. А потом вот эти промышленные предприятия стали строиться здесь. Ого! Что случилось? Провалился. Ни хрена себе. Вот это да. Вот это мы. А мы это все сняли. Сняли, да? Конечно.
got him! You got him!
Seen here at the top of the show, a massive sinkhole growing as homes collapse into it. It's all near Tampa, and it is forcing many evacuations. ABC Steve Osunsami is there right now with some very, very nervous local residents. Steve?
Good morning, Josh. Authorities here aren't wasting any time. They've already got dump trucks on the way, one of them here, and they're tearing down the fence in front of these two homes, in front of the hole, preparing to push these homes into the hole and then cover it with sand. This whole affair has frightened residents in this neighborhood. It's a big one, 70 feet wide, 50 feet deep, swallowed a swimming pool, nearly swallowed a boat. 7 families rushed from their homes in Dunedin, Florida.
It looked like a meteorite hit or the earth just opened up.
Michael Dupree says his family was asleep and called police when they heard the sound of the sinkhole swallowing their home.
How far is it sinking? It's just cracking. The whole house and the floors are cracking.
They ran for their lives. He left his wedding ring behind. Firefighters went back inside to find it.
They broke in the window from the back before it came down and grabbed it and got it from me.
This morning, authorities believe it has stopped growing. They knew the sinkhole was here 2 years ago. The family had been fighting with their insurance company on how to fix it, and contractors had just started the work this week.
Really loud, and I thought maybe it was someone trying to break in.
In March, a Seffner, Florida homeowner was killed in his bed, buried alive. In August, vacationers outside Orlando were scared silly when their villa started falling into the ground. This year alone, Florida residents have reported more than 255 sinkholes. Josh?
Remarkable stuff. Steve, thank you.
They move it, John.
Yep, I got it.
Into the sinkhole.
Look, right I got it.
See it. It's moving that much. Oh, that's gone right there. See it right there? Look at it.
Trees falling. Going all in. Oh, that's a good one. Over there, John, on pad 3.
Well, let's get a read.
You had a wind